Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Nationwide Recovery Service from their credit report, and in many cases without paying the debt at all. So if that is you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video really knowing the best next step to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action now. For example, if you know, or even if you believe that Nationwide Recovery Service and actually any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that can work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts permanently deleted, okay? But if no issues like that exist for you and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number will be in the description area below. And what I want to do today in this video is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Nationwide Recovery Service? And I put this one at the top of the list because, we get a lot of callers terrified that this could happen, and maybe you're one of them. And because it makes sense. Few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I never learned this. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, whatever. You will not be arrested or get jail time for that. So now, who is Nationwide Recovery and why are they showing up on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency, and they buy debts, unpaid accounts, like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? As an example, let's imagine that you for whatever reason, have an unpaid card with Capital One. And just for the example, let's say that it's $1,000. Nationwide Recovery Service could come along and buy that debt for just $100. But they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. Damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is why it's on your credit report, and that's the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, here's the key, all right? And again, a lot of people don't know this, so this is important to understand. Paying the debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time, paying the debt isn't actually in your best interest, and it could honestly just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters, call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case where you want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that can take action quickly. Let's see. Next question. Should you negotiate a settlement with Nationwide Recovery Service? So settling your debt with Nationwide Recovery Service really kind of depends on your goal, okay? Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Now, instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us who can review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, then the accounts may be removed. And that way, you have a win-win, right? You won't be wasting money paying a debt that won't ultimately help your score. And that negative account that's just hanging out on your report gets removed. So it's perfect. How do you remove Nationwide Recovery Service from your credit report? So yeah, great follow-up question. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it or you can't learn how to do it, but go into that understanding. It may take some time to really learn how to do it properly. Maybe weeks, maybe months, but you could hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure that it's done properly the first time and save yourself the hassle of learning how to do it yourself. And that's what we're here for. We're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Nationwide Recovery Service accounts many times, as well as others, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you as well. Let's see. How can you get Nationwide Recovery Services to stop calling you? As I mentioned before, Nationwide Recovery Services calling you is their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which really just means that the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Nationwide Recovery Service try suing or garnishing my wages? Them suing you is kind of unlikely. It can and does happen, but really it's pretty rare in our experience. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, the good news is if we're able to find certain issues with the accounts, they won't be able to collect it all, So, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Nationwide Recovery Services? So, you have the right to dispute any of the debt that Nationwide Recovery Services purchased. Okay, they are governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, long name that we condense down to the FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, again, these can seem a little complicated when you first look at them, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, that's not a problem. Just give us a call today, and we can discuss your options. Again, you'll find our number in the description area below, and that's it for this video. So thanks so much.